How old was I actually? I think I was 18.
Oh shoot.
So all this stuff happened around the same age. I think I was 18 years old. So I had just gone to Mexico. At that time, cartels wasn't a big thing in Mexico yet. It didn't get to my hometown in Guanajuato.
Okay.
So I was a heavy smoker out here in the United States. I was a pothead. So when I went out there, when you go to a third world country, weed isn't looked as just something. It doesn't look like as how we see it out here. Not a big deal when you smoke. It's like a cigarette. In Mexico, it's still seen as like something crazy as cocaine, heroin, really big shot stuff. So at that time, I was looking for how I can buy weed. Biggest mistake ever, because I was asking people that were involved in bigger things out there. That you don't, drug dealers isn't just the guy who can sell you an eighth. It's bigger than that. You're tied to cartels. It's nothing small. So I ended up meeting some people that were involved in some gang violence, that family friends, and they introduced me to somebody who would sell to me. They ended up not wanting to sell to me because they thought I was the feds. Because since I came from the United States and I spoke English and my Spanish wasn't up to par to them, they could tell that I had an accent. So he tested me and gave me grass. literal grass. Sold me grass, literally. And
you paid for it.
And I paid for it. But because I had the right friends, called them back, came here, and he said that was a test. I needed to make sure you wasn't the feds. So then after that, gave me my money back and gave me free weed. He said, I'm going to give you free weed because I think you're pretty. So, but tomorrow I will give you more if you want to buy. But this is free for you. But tomorrow, there's a price. That price wasn't just money. The next day, I ended up going to a party with my family. I had a friend. I didn't want to go with my family, and I told my family, can I please go with my friend to what we call what do you call it? Es un baile. So un baile is literally, it's like a concert. It's a Mexican concert with a banda. I ended up meeting the cholo there, the gang banger, meeting him there. So the backstory to this person, I didn't know who I was meeting up, but this person fled California for murder and for multiple rapes. So he fled California he fled for murder and for raping. I ended up being in his car because he was the person that was gonna sell me the weed. So I see him at the party. I'm with my friend. My friend already is convincing me, this is in the United States. You cannot just go with anybody to buy weed. I ended up getting into the car with him. She said, if you're going to go, then I'm going to go with you. Blessing. Best thing that ever happened to me. Because she's the reason why I'm here.
Wow.
So he told me he didn't bring the weed with him because he wasn't sure if I was going to be there at the party. So I had to go in his beautiful Impala, literally cholo. If you ever seen these movies where you see the cherry red Impala with the top down, like chromed out, yeah, I literally went in that, and I felt like, to me it was like, this happens once in a lifetime. Like, who gives a shit? I'm not gonna think more of it. I'm more Americanized, so I'm very I just trusted him. I didn't think, what could he possibly do? What is he gonna do to me? People are seeing me.
Was the guy at the party too?
So the reason why I say party, yes. So it's not a party. It's literally a concert, it's an event.
Oh,
everything is outdoors.
But what was the coincidence for him to be there and you knew he was there?
Because I said I will be there.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And he literally went there with the intention to find me. So when he saw me with my friend, I didn't even look for him because we didn't exchange no numbers or anything.
So he just found you at that.
He found me like he went there looking for me. He didn't go there to have fun. He went there looking for me.
Wow. How many people were there?
More than 1,000.
Wow.
Way more than 1,000. It's a block party. It's an event. It's shut down. Everybody's outside. There's the government, not the government, military. We have military. It isn't out here like the police. You have military out there. So the military was outside. Everybody, it's just, you would have to have gone to a third world country or at least gone to Mexico to understand how it is out there, to see the environment. So, you know, me being so gullible, thinking this is just going to be an easy transaction, I'm just going to buy weed and he's going to let me go. No, it was I have to go somewhere with him to get the weed. So I was gullible enough to go. My friend came with me because she didn't trust him. Smartest decision. That was the smartest thing that she could have done for me. So I wasn't paying attention as I was talking to my friend, giggling, and before I knew it,
you guys in the car. Yeah.
In the car, yeah, we were in the car. We and her chit chat. She's in the back seat. I'm in the front. He's driving, telling us we're gonna go just down the street. I'm not paying attention to where he's driving. I'm just paying attention to my friend as I'm turning back, talking to her, and she's telling me, Lucia, he's taking us to the desert. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
So
this is all in Spanish.
How many people in the car?
It's just me, the girl, and the guy.
3 people.
3 people.
Okay.
And I turn over and I notice we're going into pitch darkness. So where we live in Mexico, it's called Guanajuato. We live in the mountains. So you got a small chunk of city. There's only one street that takes you straight into the desert. There's nothing. Pure blackness. Mm-hmm. So once I realized we were really far away from civilization, I went into just shock because I already knew I'm not getting weed no more. This is I'm not getting what I thought. So I had to, I just let time pass and see where we're going. And he drove the car into the desert, parks it, turns off his lights, and threatened me to perform sexual acts on him. He said if I didn't do it in the middle with my friend in the back, as she's hysterically screaming and crying and praying to God for saving.
So he asked you to do sexual act inside the car.
Inside the car, or he's not going to bring me back.
Okay.
And I said, and I was confused because, I believed that he was going to buy, give me weed to buy. And he said, I never had intentions to sell you anything, is what he said to me.
This is what we get you.
Yep, he got me. So as I'm there, he informed me he had a weapon. He informed me that he plays a part with the cartels. He told me more information about how he fled from California due to the FBI wanting him. So I already knew once he started saying all this stuff.
He was speaking English, right?
Broken English, Spanish and English.
Okay.
So we're talking, and once he said all that, I took it as he's trying to intimidate me and trying to get me scared so I can do all this. It didn't work. To me, once I saw my friend crying hysterically, fearing for her life, for me it's my fault. I'm thinking like an American that you can just buy weed off of anybody and you're gonna get an easy transaction. No. So seeing her, I went to survival mode. I said, I have to figure out how I can get her out of this situation because whatever's gonna happen, it's gonna only happen to me. It's not gonna happen to her. So when I said the broken English, he ended up telling me he speaks English. So I said, I need to talk to you in English because I don't want her to understand what I'm saying. So after he told me what he said to intimidate me about how his background, how he fled from California for those reasons, for the reasons he did, for the things that he did, I said to him, I have a reputation back home. I was a virgin at that time, so let me put that in. I was a virgin. I've never performed any sexual acts on anybody. I didn't even know how to even...
You were 18.
Yeah, 18. Yeah, a little over 18. Yes. I didn't, I just kept thinking, like, what could this man want? So he said to me, he told me what he wanted me to do, and I said, I will do this to you and more.
What did he tell you?
He wanted me to suck his dick.
Okay.
He wanted me to go on top of him and fuck him right there. He wanted me to turn over, put it in my butt. I was a virgin. He just wanted to do everything. He said he wanted to do it in front of my friend, that she has to watch. That she has to watch.
Okay.
And I couldn't, I just kept thinking about how one, I was a virgin, two, that's going to traumatize not only me. I was willing to take the trauma. I was willing to let that be how I lost my virginity. But I just couldn't fathom doing that to her. Just seeing her hyperventilating was so scary. That was scarier than my situation, to be honest. I was just like, I really don't even give a shit. If he's going to kill me, cool. I don't even care. I did this to myself. But her, No, she's gonna go back to her family. She's gonna live. That's just all I kept thinking about. So in English, I kept telling him, I promise in the world, I'm like, whatever you want, I will do it times 10, whatever you want. I was like, but there's a reputation I have. I was like, if she sees this, they will find you. I tried thinking of everything. I'll come from America. We know people. Like, I kept thinking of what excuses of, like, how to scare this man.
Too, yeah.
Yes, and I kept going, and then he said he wasn't letting me go. Like, he kept saying no, 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 and I just thought, I started touching him. I'm like, all of this is yours. Like, you can have this. I'm like, but I'm not comfortable to do this in front of her. I can't do this because I have family. Oh, that's
happening in the car.
In the car, yes. As my friend,
did you see a gun or anything?
No, it's right there. It was placed right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so once I convinced my friend, once I convinced him, I told my friend in Spanish, she's gonna take us back. So he has me literally like this. I don't know if he thought I was gonna jump out the car or whatever. He had me. So we finally go back to where he picked us up. Military's right there. The band is playing. Everybody sees us. Eyes are on us. It's not like we were blind. Mm-hmm. We were hidden. We're out in the open, which I think that was really stupid of him. But the best thing that he could ever fucking do was not think about that. No, just doing that. Yeah. The minute, so because it's a 2-door, in order for her to get out, I have to get out of the seat. He didn't allow me to get out. He said, you move forward while you push the seat forward so she can get out. Has me by my leg and says, you let her out. But remember, you're staying. Yeah. So I think my friend doesn't need to know English to know what the fuck is happening to me. Yeah. I let her out the minute I was ready to close the door because honestly, I was just going to do whatever I needed to do at that time. Yeah. Because I was really afraid that something was going to happen regardless. Yeah. As I'm about to shut the door, my friend grabs me, yanks me out the car. Thank God for the military sees what's happening. We ran. The guy reversed the car and left. As I'm running, I'm crying. She's crying. My family were right around the corner.
Wow.
I had to act like nothing just happened. So after that happened, my friend, we told them we just want to go home. We don't want to be here any longer. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I ended up being so scared I pissed myself. I did. Ooh. I urinated all over myself because I was petrified. Wow. I had to tell my parents that I spilled the drink, and that's how I came home. Oh shit! Because I just literally escaped rape. I literally escaped rape and probably a murder. I don't know. Yeah. So I ended up leaving. They brought me home, back home to my grandma's house. The next day we had to play errands. We had to play errands. We had to go do errands, and they ended up following me there.
The people.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I didn't know this. So I'm walking with my grandma, my mom, and my aunt, and I did notice that you can tell when there's a little cholo car. There's stops there, so a car has to stop. But I didn't think nothing of it. I did see a low car. I saw tinted windows. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm trying to buy. I think I was buying fruit or something. A fruit bowl. I'm up ahead. I have my family back there. I didn't pay too much attention to what I thought I saw when my family came up to me and said, "Hey, do you know anybody out here?" And I said, "No, why?" There was like a group of men stopped us asking about you. Oh. And that was to me the scariest thing ever, because now they know who my family is, wow, what they look like, where we're from, and they knew exactly where my grandma was from. They named the hometown. They knew my first name. I don't remember if they knew my last name, but my grandmother and my aunt just had to act like they didn't know. They were like, "Yeah, she's family, but just give them vague answers." And they were looking for me, asking me if I was there with them. But they didn't tell them that I was there. Wow. So I was just in shock, because I was like, I was right in front of them. How did they not see me? I was up ahead. So I didn't tell my family. Once they said men that look like cholos stopped them asking for me. Yeah. That to me, I already knew that they were looking for me because I had escaped. So my vacation ended early anyways. I was only there for what, like 2 weeks. So that was towards the end of the second week. We probably had 3 or 4 days left there. Then we went back home. And that's when I ended up telling my parents of what just happened. So everything got connected together when I said, yeah, so those people that stopped you asking about me were the same people that I had escaped because they ended up kidnapping me and my friend. And I brought us to the desert and I had to tell my parents. And I said, yeah, that happened because I wanted to buy weed. And they threatened to do a lot of stuff to me and if I didn't do it.
Wow.
Yeah, and then to find out, so once the truth came out, they ended up telling me more. So they're like, he was part of the FBI Most Wanted. He's known for raping multiple women in California, and he's known for rape and murder out in Mexico. And he ended up dying. He ended up getting killed by the cartels anyways.
Oh, the guy?
Yeah, he got killed. Everybody that night that I met that was involved in what happened to me are all dead. They're wiped out. They're dead.